opening remarks.
Yeah, first I want to say what an unbelievable team Keystone was. They're so physical, and they're so aggressive at the plate, and they really had us, our backs up against the wall. And thank goodness for the grit and toughness and determination in our team. But we were literally pressed up against the wall fighting like crazy because that's how good Keystone is. This has been 20 years in the making. My best friend in baseball, Pete Hughes, the head coach at Oklahoma, told me to come to Trinity basically 20 years ago because we could win a national championship. A couple of years later, he leaves, goes BC, Virginia Tech, OU, and I've stayed at Trinity and feel like I might be one of the luckiest guys. It is a phenomenal place to get to coach phenomenal kids, great administration, just incredible city. We've had an amazing journey. In 2002, maybe 3-4 years into our program, on the eve of a regional championship, our pitching coach, Bob Message, passed away in his sleep. The starting pitcher that day is Dave Smith. Dave Smith has been my pitching coach for 15 plus years. Dave had to pitch through tears in a regional championship because we lost our beloved Coach Message. Their family has never left our side, nor we theirs. The two boys coach baseball, the daughter coaches basketball. Coach Message is with us all the time. A year later, one of the best players we ever had, Chris Ashmos, is tragically killed in a car accident. This is his hat. It says Schmos. I promised their family, spoke at their funeral, that would never forget Chris. These guys know everything about him. Chris Ashmos once wrote an email about Appleton, Wisconsin, and he said, nobody's ever going to outwork me and take my spot when we get to Appleton. This group here lost to Linfield in the regional final game, and they went on to win the national championship. It's a family that we've created here. We have fought and battled for this ultimate prize, and these guys did it, and I couldn't be more proud of them. I also would definitely be remiss, and I just think it's so important. It's done by so many people. My coaching staff is phenomenal. They do so much work. They make so many decisions. They're Trinity players. We've been together forever, and I'm indebted to Dave Smith, J.C. Bunch, Zach Vergosi, who recruited these guys, Kevin Clements, with our hitters, forever indebted. And then, finally for me, my wife, who is phenomenal, and my 3 kids, they sacrifice so much, as any coach knows, and really anyone involved in athletics. These are backward hours. We're not home on weekends. When we're home, the kids are at school. I love them to death, and I'm beyond thankful for my wife's support. She's the best.
Coach, you waited for this 20 years. Was it worth the wait?
Yeah, it's awesome, and I got to tell you, for me, it's these guys. I mean, it's just it feels great for so many other people. And we were talking as coaches after this was over, and that's the mindset of a coach. It's over. They did it. I feel great for everyone involved: parents, former players, this group, this current parents. It just feels really great.
Coach, every time you were able to sit there and score a couple runs, Keystone always came back and scored again. How important were those 2 runs in the 9th inning?
They were huge. I mean, Keystone hit bullets to finish out the game. The 2 runs that Waters, with the big hit up the middle, those were huge. We really didn't have an answer for them. I mean, the truth is, in that dugout, we were on fumes on the mound. We were really struggling with what pitching decisions we needed to make. I'm very thankful for all the pitchers. Obviously, Tate was phenomenal today. I love the Hushin kid, freshman. Has an unbelievable arm. It was just a bad matchup. That's a dead red hitting fastball team. And then I love the fact that Mike Walker, maybe the toughest kid we have mentally, finishes out the game. You got to throw the ball over the plate and take your chances with Keystone, and we were fortunate.
Chris, you came in relief. Talk about what was working for you during the game.
Well, like Scannell said, they're a big fastball hitting team. All year I've been getting ahead with my breaking ball, and that definitely worked out today for us.
Drew, you weren't hitting the ball as well as you probably expected until today. Sort of talk about your day between the first game and the second game. Talk about how you were in the zone or what you were looking for.
Yeah, I think it kind of built up through the tournament. I mean, I wouldn't say I was really disappointed with how I performed early on in the tournament. Felt like I was squaring the ball up and actually seeing it really well, especially against Cortland. I had a lot of balls I felt like I squared up even and actually 2 or 3 balls to the warning track, and I knew I was just a tick off. And I think today was just me seeing the ball well and all that coming together and just squaring baseballs and really getting that second longer and seeing the ball second longer and putting good swings on it. And things went our way and got a ball down the line and really set me off. And I mean, our whole offense worked together and it was amazing.
We had a little weather issue. How did you guys deal with the 4-hour break after winning that first game today?
Went back to the hotel and
Yeah.
tried to get some rest. I
We
think
had
a
the
lot of
same-
us tried not to sleep because we know that sleep can kind of get you groggy. And so I think we just rested, watched TV, got food in our stomachs. I don't know.
We sat around for a while in the regional championship game. I think it was the 6th or 7th inning. So this hasn't been the first time we've had to just break off for a little bit.
Andrew, you weren't an everyday player at the beginning of the year. Describe how it feels to end up like this.
Yeah, I haven't been an everyday player up until my senior year of college, so this year has been incredible for me, just like throughout my whole life, you know. Just like being with these guys and being able to win it and actually being a part of it means the world to me, so it's really special.
Andrew, they hit a pretty good ball to you in the 9th inning. What were you thinking as the ball was coming to you?
I mean, I wasn't really thinking about much, honestly. I mean, I got a pretty good jump. You know, a jump is pretty, like, reflexive, I guess. It's pretty, like, I just reacted to it, and thank goodness. My legs have been kind of tired, but they carried me, and I was able to get it, even though it was kind of tailing away from me. So.
I thought one of the interesting things, looking at as prolific as you guys were offensively, I thought defensively, you guys made some huge plays. Let's have the pitcher talk about how good his defenders are, especially Mr. Moore and Mr. McEachern.
I mean, we all know all the way around our infield, we're extremely impressive. Like tonight, Connor, Carter, everyone's doing their job, and it makes it that much easier. There's sometimes, if a pitcher doesn't 100% believe in his defense, that can cause problems. But with the defense behind me that we all have, our pitchers feel really good about just attacking the zone and letting our defense do their job.
Coach, you have a lot of seniors on this team. Talk about how important it is to have that senior leadership.
You know, it's huge. You know, they have the experience. They don't panic. This group was loose all tournament. I feel like maybe just natural pressure started to show up midway through that game, but to have senior experience and leadership, it's bigger than I ever imagined.
Coach, you earned the Pool A in 2015 out of the Southern Collegiate Athletic Conference. And this year, you're co-champs with Texas Lutheran in the regular season. You're building a team throughout the season, it seems, to get you ready for tournament play.
That would make me sound like too good a coach. We just, you know, I mean, you know, Texas baseball is very good, and so you're going to take your lumps. I mean, Texas Lutheran absolutely whooped us on a home weekend series.
And you started out from there.
And we started out from there, and I think it was good. You know, you hear in baseball a lot of times, sometimes you need to get set back a little bit and understand that you got to play the game the right way and take advantage of opportunities and build and build and build. But, you know, I look, this is a really talented team, and these guys just needed to relax and play. And I'm telling you, relaxation and not putting undue pressure was probably one of the keys behind it all. All these guys, Tate, just tough as nails on the mound, but he's relaxed. Waters, beautiful stroke at the plate, relaxed. Butler, always relaxed, strong hands. It goes on and on. So I said it before, you know, I'm an East Coast guy. I've learned from these guys that, you know, you really should let the game come to you and temper your kind of energy.
Yesterday, you told us win number 600 didn't really mean anything. It was just a number. How does 602 sound?
602 is outstanding.
Do you realize that's the area code for Phoenix?
I did not know. And that's a big chunk of our guys. Yeah, that's funny.